So we're here at Lower Park Marina, and this boat, Scribendi, is going to be lifted out today in a very unusual way. I've never seen this done before, so we're going to try to document it. It's going to be lifted out sideways instead of straddled like we've had ours lifted out before. So it should be interesting to see how it's done. And this is it's called a research vessel. This is a library boat. You can actually borrow library books, and they have volunteer librarians, and they've also got something else up their sleeve, another project, and hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to the owner and you can learn about that.
My name's Heather Peake.
And this is your boat.
It's called the RV Furor Scribendi. So it's the research vessel Furor Scribendi, which means the fury and the passion of writing. This is the mobile library for Lancashire.
People can basically come on the boat from various parts of Lancashire and they can borrow a book.
Yep. We have all the books have a little sticker inside which tells you that the books are from the boat.
Right.
And then we also have a visitor's book. So basically people come on and then when they borrow a book, they then write it in the visitor's book, and then they can drop their book back off at any Lancashire library. So sometimes we have Lancashire librarians on board. A few of them have taken their skipper's license, and so you might find that you're actually with a librarian as well. Not always. Sometimes there's an artist on board, or sometimes we've got 35 volunteers across the sort of Leeds Liverpool bit. Well, we're in Van Oldswick now, and we go all the way to Blackburn. So between that, there's lots of people that come on board.
And they bring the books back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. The project started it took about 7 years. It's about 7 years up to this point. So it takes a lot of organising to do something like this. Like starting and thinking about how to fundraise and getting lots of people. I mean, there's been so many people involved.
Well, and today we're going to watch it be lifted out.
Yes.
Sideways, which we've never seen before. And where are you taking it? You're taking it.
She's going down south. I'm not. So she's going to be in a marina which is close to us, because I actually live down south. Oh. One of the things about, every boat owner knows this. Over winter, you need to be on your boat to look after it and to maintain it. So, and also Scribendi is going to have I'm going to do a few little alterations to her, I think. Okay. She needs new paint, and she needs to be lifted, and kind of like boat safety license will be up in a few months, and we're going to do all that kind of thing with her as well.
So it's time to get her all prepped for next season.
We're stuck at the moment, aren't we? We're all stuck.
Yeah, we are.
Closed, so.
We are, because the Wigan's down, and
I think both ends. We can't go anywhere.
Yeah. So
my whole plan was to take a couple of weeks and to cruise her down. There's something about that kind of like the cruising, and I've cruised by myself lots of times. I love it. I'm exhausted every night.
I can imagine.
And you just encounter all kinds of stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
It's sort of like a whole adventure that you just set off and do.
Yeah.
There's a really amazing book that I bought at one marina, which was basically about kind of solo cruising. When I first started, I had no idea, so I just had the book next to me continuously, just trying to work out, oh my goodness, I'm coming to a lock.
What do I do?
Or like constantly having the centre lines the whole time.
Yes.
How do you go through a lock by yourself? All that kind of stuff. Swing bridge. I would spend hours and hours like trying to, or if a swing bridge on a windy day.
Oh no.
That's more like, But you learn a lot about yourself when you do things like that.
I'll bet.
You just have to take your time with everything. And at some point, you'll think, oh no, I can understand how this works.
Yeah.
I'll do it. And I think it's that. I think that's what's really lovely about boating, is that you can just do as much as you want, and then you can take the next step and the next step. And I think you learn a lot about yourself and your own capabilities.
You do.
When we built this boat, we decided on the project prior to lockdown and happening, and I thought I'd have a lot of time to practice.
Yeah.
And I had no time, nothing, and I just had to get in her, and someone gave me half an hour, and I really had not, and I just set off.
And tell us about your other project that you're just starting up that's in Leeds at the moment.
Yeah, so this is a new project which opened this summer, and it's called Moon Palace, and it's a mobile observatory. And actually this time last year, Moon Palace was a 52-seater school bus. And when we went to go and see her, we had to go on the school run with the kids. So she came to us January this year, and we have done a conversion on her, and she has 2 amazing domes. She's got an optical telescope, she also has a radio telescope, and she has an astrophysicist and an artist on board. So we have a radio telescope on board, so that means, and we've been working with an artist who's a composer, and so he has been working with the sort of basically the sounds of the stars, so you can listen to the stars. Moon Palace is a bit high tech as well, so she's got kind of like, she's a bit techie inside, so there's all different ways of experiencing basically this amazing kind of universe around us. So hopefully Moon Palace will come here next year as well.
Yeah, to the marina, to Lower Park.
Yeah.
And she's currently in Leeds?
She's in Leeds at the moment.
And what was going on in Leeds?
It's City of Culture.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Leeds. And I think if you look on their site, there may still be tickets available to go and start.
We'll put loads of links in the description on this boat and also on Moon Palace.
She's great. What she does as well is she does a lot of schools visits, and she does a lot of educational visits as well. She has a daytime program, but then she also has a lovely nighttime.
Well, we're going to put pictures in, and we'll just show you we'll lead you to their website, and we'll show you what this is all about. Here's the first one.
This is Triple H Haulage. Hiab Hire Haulage. triplehhaulage.co.uk. And apparently the lady who owns Furor Scribendi has used them before, and we're waiting for the second of these to arrive so that they can do a synchronized lift. Yeah, here we are, 2 of them for synchronized lifting. It's a father and son enterprise, and they've just been working out precisely how close to get to Furor Scribendi. Obviously they can't drive directly onto the added walkway, because that wouldn't take the weight, and they don't want to get too close to the edge of the ground either. That might cause it to shift and crumble with the amount of weight that it's going to be holding. So every job, I suppose, is a real skill for these guys, and using their judgment. Clearly those are big investments in those trucks. So they're going to leave a space in the centre for the trailer to come in now. Triple H has been in business for about 50 years. I spoke to Lester and his son Adam and asked how often their vehicles are used for lifting boats. And they lift boats every week. So I asked Lester what were the technical challenges that they face when lifting narrowboats, bearing in mind this is 2 machines working together. And I was really expecting all kinds of problems with having to synchronize, that kind of thing. No, that wasn't the issue. The number one issue that they encounter when lifting boats is not having enough room to set up their side of the lift. So making sure that they've got the space for the trucks to be securely standing and to have enough distance between them to be able to maneuver the boat that they're lifting.
Meanwhile, the driver of the truck that's going to carry the boat is prepping it and getting it ready. All the straps. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please like, comment, and share. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the bell to be notified when we put up new content. Stay tuned for more insightful and interesting interviews at the Ellesmere Port National Waterways Museum location. See you soon!